Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
Well, hey, Steeler Nation, here are the boys of Steelers Realm. What's up, producer?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, buddy, and welcome, Steeler Nation. I'm one of your other hosts every once in a while. Haven't been on for a while, but JT here with you, and a producer, TA, out down south in the big state of Texas.
Ooh.
Yeah, traveling man. And my man Freight Train running the rails again, like he always does.
Nice.
But hey, dude, good to be back, man. Didn't have an opportunity to chat with you guys about our draft picks or the pre-draft, predictions and all that stuff. But real quick, what'd you think, man? What'd you grade the draft at?
Great draft. I think I gave an A-. I think there are a few picks I was nitpicky about, including one I might mention tonight, because had I know we would have traded George Pickens. Maybe the draft could have gone a little bit different because we didn't address wide receiver in the draft. So
Yeah,
I think I pointed that out.
Nice little tease. Nice little tease there.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I gave it a B plus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my first pick, I was very excited about. And then the rest of the draft, I like how we addressed it. It was a lunchbox kind of draft, if you ask me. And I gave it a B plus. I think we addressed some key positions and some depth at some positions. This team needs to get younger. We needed to get stouter on the line, and we need to keep improving on the offense. Now, there's certainly some holes in that story too, but I mean, as the picks go, I love the spirit from our Ohio State gang, and I love the spirit from our Iowa Hawkeyes gang, brother black and gold team. So there wasn't a big transition in uniforms going from that. But hey, I'm looking forward to chatting about this week's stuff. Obviously, the George Pickens trade just went down. What was it?
Wednesday morning.
My day off. I'm just lounging with a coffee and chilling out, watching the news, and boom, there it is. There he is traded.
What the?
Yeah. So anyhow, I look forward to diving in both sides of that deal. Also, hey, we got a new Pope, man. Congratulations, Leo the 14th, an American Pope. So congratulations there. I'm not Catholic, but they have our new leader. So congratulations there. Also, who probably was one of the best kickers in the NFL, maybe ever, gone. So kick that around. And then, what's the status now? What's the after effect of this? There's still some things up in the air. And, we'll kick it around to where we stand this week, I guess, producer. So, man, without ado, I just want to give a real quick plug if we could throw this one up there. Hey, we hit 40,000 YouTube views.
Yep.
So,
moving on along.
Out there, moving right along. So, everybody, if you haven't, go out to YouTube, Steelers Realm. It's funny how they put the M at the end there. Steelers Real M. Interesting, but check us out there. And of course, we're on that feed spot too. So that's a cool place to connect with some podcasts there that you love, including ours, Steelers Realm. So
the best
man, just thought I'd throw that out there. So first takes on the Pickens trade, dude. Well, obviously, there were the implications of like, oh shit, they were going to do it. They are going to do it, and they did it. And
I was shocked too when it happened.
Yeah, apparently this wasn't something that just kind of was spur of the moment. Guess they've been working on that deal.
It seems like it was leading up to the draft. They were working on it, getting it done, I guess.
the crazy thing is like we've all seen how talented that guy can be. But have we not seen that from many receivers to go through the Steelers ranks? Getting back to Wallace, and I mean all those guys, all the new money guys, Antonio Holmes, AB. I mean, look at the
Martavis
receivers.
Bryant too in there.
Martavis Bryant, perfect example. Somebody I thought who had all the talent in the world, maybe even more than AB or as much as AB. Some people would call me crazy for saying that, but I mean, I watched him in camp. The dude was just a specimen, and that was rough. But this history of wide receiver divas just continues, and that's why when I first heard it, I'm like, "Oh crap, what are they doing now?" But I got a theory on what they're doing. But again, this is like a Deontay Johnson thing here. It's just it's too much to deal with. Honest to God, dude, I got sick of hearing flack from my coworker who's a Chargers fan, even though we beat their ass at the beginning of the season. Just dogging us about Pickens, and now, of course, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Every day he says, did you get Aaron yet? Did you get Aaron yet? But, I mean, just more problematic than efficient. I mean, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts.
When you said about the diva wide receivers, I think I got to agree with you. A point I wanted to make was that Mike Tomlin, he's viewed as the guy who's able to manage these personalities, the longest tenured coach in the NFL. So if he's unable to manage Pickens, no other team thinks they can manage him because Tomlin's such a good coach at that. So the problem was that teams just didn't view him they didn't really want him in his locker room. That's why they weren't really offering him much. They were laughing at him, I think, from one report by The Athletic about adding him. And it's just a shame because he has all the talent in the world. But if he's going to be a diva or act like that, clearly because they wouldn't have, rushed to trade him. Like they probably would have traded him during the draft or wait till the trade deadline if he was really being that big of a problem. They had to force and get him out of the building immediately.
So do you have the deets on the whole trade deal?
Oh, yeah. I'll put that. It was we got a 3rd round pick back, and then there was a swap of 2027 round picks,
right?
Like a 5th or a 6th round pick,
right.
So but basically, it was a 3rd round pick.
Swap, and did we pick up his contract?
He's on the rookie contract, so I don't think it's much.
Well, we didn't pick up any players, so there was
no, just swap picks.
Yeah, so. Unless they extend him, he's pretty much on a 1-year deal there.
Right? Yeah, well, they don't have any money, so I assume they'd probably just let him walk after this year.
Probably, and rumor has it that, or at least that's what the buzz is that he's going to try for free agency after that. He's going to dip his toes in that pool. And I think he's looking for a big, big, big number. But he better put up if he expects that kind of money. And I think they think Prescott, it may be the one that could maybe rein him in a little bit. I don't know. That's
maybe. I hope so for their sake.
Yeah, but that's the Cowboys fans' philosophy now. Oh no, we can rein him. Yeah. Well, if Tomlin didn't,
we'll have to see.
Russ Wilson didn't.
I wish Schottenheimer good luck on that front. And another point to make is that Steelers could have gotten a comp pick had they waited on him, next year. But they had to, force him out of the building now.
Well, there could have been another scenario too. He could have, sat in, or he could have just refused, waiting for an extension. And then we see that with Hines Ward.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So I am even. I think it was Bettis that ended up talking him into coming to camp. So he did come to camp. He sat out for a while, but and then what do you got? Do you really have your wide receiver number 1 and 2 if you got to put up with that crap through the year?
Well, not really. If they're acting like that,
he's trying to get superstar numbers for a big contract next year, and obviously he knew he wasn't going to get it. He wasn't going to get the ball that much in Pittsburgh, regardless of who the quarterback was.
Mhm.
So, if he doesn't find it somewhere else, he's not going to get that $140 million contract or whatever he is looking for. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish the Cowboys good luck with that one, and
Mhm.
I'm happy to see him go. To be honest with you.
Well, it's like you mentioned. I was really happy we're gonna have two good wide receivers this year, but I guess that's not gonna happen, unfortunately.
Guess that's not going to happen. No, obviously. Well, that's the pain of it all. It was like, oh man, we had that number one and a number two guy. If he acted like a number one or a number two, right?
Mhm. Well,
So
it's like the Cowboys now have CD Lamb and George Pickens, so other teams have to pick who they double team.
that's true. That's still the contest. But if you're quitting on half your routes or some of your routes or what,
Mhm.
I'm just like, yeah, there's definitely two sides to that coin. But I think, as I did some reading and some opinion reading today, and I felt more comfortable about it. Initially, it was like, damn it, like, are we turning into the Pittsburgh Pirates here? As soon as we get somebody worth a damn, we trade them off. But yeah, so who knows? There's still a lot to go yet as far as player availability before this roster is set, even before we go to camp too. So um, I think the Steelers have something in mind. But I will say this. I'll say it right now as a prediction. I think 2025 is going to be Tomlin's final year as a Steeler
Ooh.
head coach.
Wow, how come?
And I think in 2026 we will be in the opportunity to, and we'll have the opportunity to pick that possible franchise quarterback in 2026. And I don't think Tomlin's going to want to stick around to mentor a brand new young quarterback again. He's just not good with young quarterbacks.
Yeah, Tomlin really prefers the veteran quarterback, so him developing quarterback, I just don't see that, honestly.
I don't see it either. And and who knows what is yet to happen with our quarterback room. But even if if we had a losing season next year, I would not be that disappointed if this was one of those, I hate to say it, and the Steelers are never going to say it, but kind of a rebuild or retool year. Whereas, like, we really don't give a shit what happens this year. We're just going to try to continue to build towards next year and rebuild this team and get the right players coming in at the right time, filling in the right shoes, that type of thing. It seems like we've fallen off of that a bit.
Well, we're getting back to that because
Steelers.
now we've amassed 12 picks in 2026 draft, including 5 in the first 3 rounds after the George Pickens trade. So Omar Khan is preparing for that 2026 draft class. Plus, you're saving the cap space that you would be if you were to pay Pickens after this year. So we are thinking about the future, I think, with this Pickens.
Oh,
Pickens
most
trade.
definitely. And what do we have now? 12 picks?
Yeah, 12
coming up?
picks.
12 picks in 2026,
Yeah.
at least, that we know of.
Mhm.
And there might be more. But yeah, honestly, I think they're positioning themselves for next year already and kind of letting the chips fall where they may. Hey, if we end up with Mason as a starting quarterback, it could be a lot worse. We could have
Yeah,
Mitch.
most certainly.
Oh my God. But yeah, no.
Well, I wouldn't mind tanking this year because the 26 QB class is pretty damn good. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple guys. The LSU guy, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Nesser,
Yeah, that's it.
um, and of course, the Manning kid.
Yeah, Archie.
Yeah, I know.
There's like
I
6
know.
good quarterbacks in the draft class right now.
Yeah. So, hey, we could use good quarterbacks. Let me say this too. My man Will Howard too. I'm not putting much past him. That's dude that I'm always excited to root for these rookie third string, fourth string quarterbacks to see what they can do. I just love his energy, and I love all 4 of those picks, the Iowa picks and the Ohio State picks.
Oh,
Staying in the Big Ten, baby.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, if we're going to be losing and preparing for the 2026 class, you might as well just give it to the rookie at this point because you know what Mason is at this point.
Right. We know what Mason is, and I don't know who's the other guy.
Skylar Thompson, he's like a
Skylar Thompson.
fourth
Yeah.
string quarterback.
Who we have last year? Kyle Allen or something like
Kyle
that.
Allen.
Yeah. Who had a great arm in camp, man, or at least in Friday Night Lights. Big arm.
Yeah, one catch. Well, one throw, one catch. Back on the bench.
That's it. That's preseason. That's all, folks. But yeah, so I mean, a lot of movement left to go. I don't know. Do you think we're going to plug in another veteran? I think
quarterback. I mean, Rodgers possibly still. I guess.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait and see that. I don't know. We'll have to see. There are some rumors out there that the Steelers could trade for Alan Lazard and bring in Aaron Rodgers, but we'll have to see about that because that does not sound like a fun time.
Yeah, it'd be like the New York Jets South show.
Well, I don't know. They won 5 games. That might be a good thing for preparing for the 2026 class.
Well, there you go. That would set us up. But yeah, I mean, if it puts us in a position to finally go for mediocrity as far as draft picks, and we've had some decent ones, but we've also had a lot of flubs too. I don't know if you go down the list of teams over the last 20 years, if the Steelers do any better than any other team as far as first rounders and second rounders who have actually made the roster. I think we did. Didn't we do an exercise on that a couple of weeks back?
Yeah, we're pretty damn good at that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Colbert, his last 5 years, he kind of went off the rails a bit and didn't have the best hit rate.
And you do see them picking up more veteran people in free agency than they used to. It's pretty much, they didn't make big moves like that in the past, like signing a Metcalf or, I mean, they just didn't. So,
yeah, that's a big move.
I think this team needs fresh injection. This town needs an enema. And I think it starts with Tomlin. I mean, there's basically very little coaching staff change so far this year. So status quo again? No.
Well, they only had Arthur Smith for 1 year now. So
take your number and go to down south. See ya.
Well, he's with the Cowboys now. Let's hope. You want to guess how many temper tantrums he'll have while he's there? I mean, catch us.
I don't know. What is is there any over under on that so far?
It's 14 over under.
14 tantrums in 7 games. That's including preseason, though, right? 17 games, 14 and 17.
Yeah. Well, we got Metcalf now, so I'm happy with that. Although we do have our wide receiver room is a little bleak and dreary right now, unfortunately. As you can probably guess.
Yeah, let's take a look at it, though. I mean, there's Calvin Austin, obviously. The guy I'm curious to see, what kind of value he's going to bring this year is obviously Roman Wilson. Sat out last year with that injury.
Oh, yeah. I actually like him. He's a good slot wide receiver for us, but I view him as more of a high floor guy, so I don't know if he can be a wide receiver 2, but he can definitely be a good wide receiver 3, I think.
Yeah, not a 2, but I think we were thinking him more like a slot guy.
Yeah, that's how I viewed him. Like a Josh Downs type in the NFL.
Right. And then we got, of course, you got to love Ben Skowronek, man. Got to love Ben Skowronek. But how much action are these guys going to see? I mean, you can see a lot of dink and dunk looking through this wide receiver list. A lot of dink and dunk stuff. Those 2 guys, Lance McCutcheon, Brandon Johnson. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we brought in Robert Woods. He's more of a Brent Skowronek type where he's a good blocker. He can do some catches.
Okay. I knew there was a guy we brought in.
Yeah, that was last week. That was actually – it was sneaky. During the draft, we saw that. I'm like, Robert Woods, he'll be a fine depth player. But now he's suddenly our wide receiver 3.
Yeah. Now I'm coming in 3rd place.
He just came out of nowhere. But I'm
So
hoping Russell Wilson can get back. You saw him get hurt that year one. Hopefully he's healthy this year. And then why Tomlin didn't bring him back to the roster was because of his saying you can't get on a moving train or whatever he says usually.
yeah, that was the biggest thing with him. I don't know what that was all about. Of course, a lot of us don't know what a lot of Tomlin stuff was all about last year, including game 2 of Cincinnati. It still is a huge chip on my shoulder about what went on with that. And we had their number dead to rights. But anyhow, I regress. So, this Lazard coming back, I mean, do you think that's something they might look to hook up? It's not
Possibly
like
they're going with Aaron Rodgers.
they're playing all the media hype, like they're pretty sure that Rodgers, and they just saw something. Did they just get a little bit more reassurance or whatever? But they seem to know what they're doing there, and they seem to have a pretty good idea that come camp time or whenever, that he might just show up in Pittsburgh uniform. If he doesn't, hey, I really don't give a shit, to be honest with you. I really don't care, man. I want to see them flush out the old crap and let's infuse new into this team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be even more excited if my prediction comes true. As far as
we're moving on. If Rodgers wants to sign, that's his choice. I don't know what's taking him so long. He's being a drama queen. I hope he signs someday. But it sounds like if it happens, it'd be closer to when the season starts, like you said.
Yeah, and I think, these other players, they're going to fill roster spots, are going to get signed. Other free agents are going to, there's going to be still a lot more movement as rosters get picked over and everything, and moves, they get solidified. So, I'm sure there'll be plenty of capable wide receivers in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see our defense get better, though, really. I want to see us be able to stop the run like we used to be able to. Like, teams just could not penetrate our linebackers in the past. And I don't know, since what, James Ferrier, or since
we changed the year for a while.
I mean, for a while, that just, we've been kind of trying to plug and play, and nobody ever really solidified that linebacker group much. We had Devin.
I think we finally have it
who was the new hopeful guy. And some guys come along. Well, Holcomb. What's his
Holcomb? I think he'll be back healthy this year, hopefully.
I hope so. But, it's just that injury bug. It could just right off the bat, man, can kill you. And you just see him popping up. As soon as camp starts, popping up. This team lost this person, lost this guy. It's tough business, man.
Well, speaking of free agents, there are a few wide receiver free agents now out there still, like Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, a few other guys who we might be interested in now since we suddenly need another wide receiver.
So what is the status on those guys? They just, like, in the last year of contract, they're full free agents?
Oh yeah, Cooper's a free agent. They're still they're still looking for teams.
No, these guys are looking for ridiculous money, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's face it.
That's reality.
Yeah, I don't see the Steelers doing that again.
Nah, they're probably going to run with Robert Woods, the guys we got.
Yeah. Let's go with, maybe another guy, another veteran at the right price. Plug him in, who's still got some play left. Mm-hmm. But I just don't see this team doing anything, like nothing major.
It seems like the guys we look for blocking first, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're going with anybody who has high character. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. Get rid of those unsavory characters.
Thou shalt not be named.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, man. So where's Justin Tucker going to go now he's out of a job? We circle back around to that.
You got to stay out of the AFC North.
That's just
all I know. But now Boz is the best kicker in the AFC North by a mile.
Boz is the man.
Yep. He was 41 for 44 last year.
And you know 93%. What? 1 year hurt him. What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah, he's playing hurt that year, so it's just tough, man.
And didn't he lost a parent or something
Yeah, there's
Also,
something going on. Like it wasn't his play. His play suffered.
he had a bad year, definitely. And that probably brought those stats down a little bit that year, but he's
That's what I mean.
money.
If it wasn't for that bad year, he'd be higher than Tucker in career average.
He's money. And we got our punter back, right?
Oh yeah. What's his name again? Oh, crap. I know it starts with a W.
Yeah. Who was that? Cameron was the Cameron something.
Oh, Williams. Cameron Williams, maybe? Was it?
I don't know. Sorry. Didn't mean to throw that out there.
Oh.
I'd have been fine with like we got our punter back.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
We got to care about the punters too, man.
Yeah, so well, the world turns and the hostage crisis continues with the quarterback situation here. But
We are on day 47 and waiting for Rodgers.
you're counting days.
No. Rough estimate.
Seems like forever, doesn't it? Crazy.
That's
So,
what I mean. It was the same with the Jets. They had to wait forever too.
so we beat this quite a bit, but let's go back to something that you had plugged in here to wanted to touch on to the timing situation.
Oh, yeah. So about
Why
the
do you-
timing, yeah, you go ahead.
I was going to say, why do you think that they didn't pull the trigger before the draft or even during the draft to take advantage of some picks that they might be able to create then? Or was it just not there?
Well, the
They
only thing I can think of, it
give
was
up
just not
picks
there.
from this year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You probably would have gone with picks this year. But I did see some report that apparently they were only going to be able to get a 4th round pick, but that does seem a bit fishy because a future third's like the same value as a 4th round pick. So it's hard, trying to get picks and just didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah, I guess so. And of course, there's other financial ramifications depending on when they decide to do it.
Yeah,
So,
it just sucks.
yeah. I mean, it just sucks that, we're missing that one receiver again. And I'm sure Metcalf will be the number one receiver. But again, that's fine. But the defenses are going to put their number one corner and double team this guy. And you know what I mean? So you've got to have double threats. I mean, look at Cincinnati,
yeah, you're definitely right.
with Higgins and
Chase.
Yeah, and Chase. So I mean, you got to beat your division foes first and foremost.
Well, you're definitely right, because I remember watching the first Baltimore game. I'm not sure if you remember, but you watched Pickens go up against. They had Marlon Humphrey underneath, and then Kyle Hampton over top, and Kyle Hampton kept shading over. And teams, when you only have one good wide receiver, they can shade their safety over top all game and take him out of the equation.
Take him out of the game. Yeah, definitely. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. We'll have more. Hopefully, have more juice for you, Steeler Nation, next week. But hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. I think we had a few stop in, guys. Hey, Robert, thanks for tuning in, man. Teams of Trey Wreck. Hey, let's go through some of these if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, one second.
What's up, DJ? Appreciate. Hey, Larry, I'll get you a hat, buddy. Cam Johnson. There it was. Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson. That's who it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was confusing him.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
says,
We got Larry's in here, or was.
Yeah,
Daniel's in here.
Yeah. DJ's
Just get me a hat.
DJ's thinking Amari Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But as you said, he might be a cost a pretty penny.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they're sitting. I mean, things were getting pretty tight before they released him, and he's Pickett's on a rookie contract. So,
yeah,
what?
Let's see. I don't think that's true.
You don't think it was Robert saying it's true?
Nah, I don't think that's true. But
I
just
put all that, dude. Seriously.
I only pulled it off to piss you off, but there's no way they're trading it.
Yeah, that ship sailed, dude. There it is, Waitman. Yeah, I knew you'd come through, DJ. By the way, nice looking trout, brother. I saw his trout he's posting on Facebook.
Yeah, looks good.
Must be nice, man. Retired out there fishing, camping, hunting. Love it. I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting there. I'm ready to pull the trigger any day now.
I think what he's saying is George Pickens needs to go on some long fishing trips and meditate so he can be great for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we need to get Aaron Rodgers out on some Pennsylvania, West Virginia streams, man.
Yeah, get him catching some trout. That'll settle him down. Get him ready for the season.
We'll cook those suckers right there on the fire. Oh, yeah. I'll meditate with you, dude. Let's go. Let's get it on. All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You got the floor, man. Our fans are here. We appreciate you listening.
Fans, let's see if they're how they're feeling about George Pickens real quick.
Yeah.
Happy he's gone because he was a problem in the locker room, or sad he's gone?
Yay or nay? Yay or nay?
Who we got?
Gabe Davis.
Oh, I saw he got released, but it's for medical reasons, actually, I think.
Oh, was it?
Like, he failed a physical, so I don't know if you want to go with that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some news to talk about next week, man. I don't know. I thought we got past the draft. I thought they were gonna hold pat on Pickens. I thought, okay.
That's what I thought when I saw them not trade him during the draft. I'm like, no way, it's gonna happen. And that's why the timing's weird, because they didn't have to trade him now. The only thing I can think of is they didn't want him in the building. That's why they forced the trade now.
Well, I can't say I blame him. I mean, putting him up with this year's last year, and we didn't extend him already. Yeah, it would probably be.
Well, that is the whole reason why he fell in the draft in the first place when we got him, because of maturity issues in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, let's touch base on, and I'm sure you guys probably did, but well, I want to get your thoughts. Piss off 14. Yeah.
Larry says we gotta do better.
We got to do better. You're right, Larry. We do have to do better. That 5-game slide, that was disgusting. I can't think of any more words to describe that than just pure disgusting. We should have won at least 2 of those games somehow.
That was awful. And DJ says piss off 14.
Yeah, he can go. And doesn't that mean that Metcalf gets his 14 then?
Oh yeah, you're right. He was number 4, but they're switching now. Hopefully he didn't buy a jersey yet.
Yeah. That would suck, huh? Metcalf jersey. But anyhow, I was just reading a little bit about our running back room now.
All right. We have a dangerous running back room now.
I like it. But
we're probably going to be running the ball 70% of the time now.
But yet today, I saw them talking about social media, talking about Jaylen Warren, good trade bait right now. Like, I don't know. We picked up the I can't think of his name. DJ probably has it on the tip of his tongue now. The other running back, free agency.
Gainwell, maybe?
Yeah, Gainwell. Okay. And Chubb was out there too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people saying they thought they should have taken Chubb, but Gainwell, and then we still have
Cordell
Patterson, and then
well, Connor Hayward plays some running back too, like fullback type.
Fullback. Mari Cooper had better numbers last year.
Yeah, he's still good. I wouldn't mind bringing him in.
Yeah. Well, I guess that pretty much all depends on the price, and everybody wants something. You know what I mean?
To me, I'd probably keep Warren. If we're going to trade him, I would have actually packaged him with Pickens to Dallas, honestly, for our pick, if we're going to do that. But I like keeping him because he forms a nice 1-2 punch with Caleb Johnson. Also, you got a rookie. You want him to learn the ropes a little first before trading away your guys.
Right. But, I mean, I like that running back room. I think we'll be just fine. Hopefully we position our line is in a better position now with the
Fatano coming back.
The tackle carousel.
They actually put Jones as right position finally.
Well, yeah, let's hopefully he has a better showing in that position than he does the other
Mhm.
side. So, uh,
Yep. Our
yeah,
line should be really good this year. Frazier and McCormick both going to take year two leaps. Samuel is still a stud. Should be good O line.
yeah. So we'll see. Just too many questions up in the air yet. Still,
Mhm.
wide receiver 2 and QB. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I
I
mean, that's why
don't
people are saying
ever.
Lazard and Rogers because that seems like the obvious solution right now, I guess. That's where they're going.
When did we get the news last year? I know it was a Saturday when I heard the news about Fields,
Fields?
but
I believe
Russell
that was
Wilson.
like a week into the free agency.
So that was relatively quick.
Yeah, we got Russ like the first day of free agency, and then we traded Pickett like Friday, and then Saturday we got Fields.
Got Fields Saturday, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, that happened quickly. This, I don't ever remember going through
Mhm.
this, trying to figure out who our quarterback is, and we end up with Aaron Rodgers.
It's a mystery.
I don't know, dude.
Our quarterback is question mark right now.
I'm just trying to think of how putting him in the Steelers uniform and on a Steelers team, how that can be better for both. I don't know. I just think it's a transition year, period.
Well, here's the thing with Rodgers. If you look at advanced analytics, they were not kind to him. He was actually the second most he had the second most passes in the league, but you actually look at his stats and in terms of analytics, he was actually not that good. There's a lot of garbage time and stats like that.
Well, he's playing for the Jets though, too. So
Pretty much.
that's
It
a
was a
work.
disaster there, so we'll have to see. If he signs, how he'll do here because it can't be any worse than the Jets, I guess.
Well, and I guess it couldn't be any worse than last year either.
Yeah. To
It's
me, we're going towards the 26 QB class. I think that's where we're headed. Pretty much that's the answer. Even if we bring Rodgers for 1 year, he might play, he might mentor Will Howard. We'll have to see what happens.
yeah, yeah. Oh boy, really love to see him get like the kind of grades that they put on him are just like, oh yeah, maybe you'll be lucky to be a third string QB in the league. You know what I mean? But
Mhm. I think he maybe be a solid backup, if not.
yeah, so but hey, it'll be fun rooting for him, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Rooting for him. Hopefully, he can do well.
Yeah. Hope these rookies can do well too and contribute. I do see first year contributions out of a couple of these guys.
Yeah, I think Carmen will contribute right away. Caleb Johnson might be a starting running back and might actually be top
No,
five.
not as a starter, but I'm to certainly get some action, get some
Yeah.
plays, and
I
it'll
see him
be
playing
fun.
about half the snaps, in that Najee role with Warren.
Yeah. Well, they got plug and play pieces depending on the plays called and whatever. We've got two good backs. Both can catch real well. I think Gainwell that was the niche on him is that he was good out of the backfield catching the ball.
Yeah, he's a good scat back.
So
But speaking of the draft, it is interesting that we didn't draft a wide receiver, considering if we were thinking at all about trading George Pickens, that we might have considered a wide receiver, and we didn't end up taking one.
and let's face it too. Pittsburgh has typically done pretty well with wide receivers in the draft.
Yeah, we're pretty good drafting them, honestly. I'm surprised we didn't. There were some guys in the fourth round in Royals and A.M. Maynor who were available, who we took. We took Jack Sawyer instead, who I like him, but he's going to be behind three edge rushers we have. So how much will he contribute is yet to be seen. A wide receiver might have been a smarter move in terms of value-wise for that pick. Yep. Yeah, but it would have been a good pick. Let's see. Yeah, we took Black in the fifth round as well. We could take a wide receiver there, maybe, but he's still a good nose tackle. I like him. With
Yeah.
the linebacker, Bruner, who I like. He has family ties as well. I like that pick as well.
But look at the picks. All but two defense.
Yep.
Cornerback,
We went defensive
linebacker,
heavy.
D-line, edge rusher / linebacker. defensive line. Caleb
Yeah, I was hoping
Johnson,
we'd go more
Watt,
offense,
two
honestly.
offensive guys. That's it. Interesting.
Well, I was a little bit surprised, though, because you look at Calvin Austin, who's a wide receiver 3 as well right now, and he's in the last year of his deal as well. So I actually think wide receiver should have been a sneaky priority, and we didn't kind of ignored it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting thought.
Yep.
Be interesting
Well,
to
hoping
see how that
Austin can do this well this year.
Yeah. So good stuff, man. Hey, Bob. Welcome back, buddy.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Yeah. He's the gift that keeps on giving to our podcast.
Yeah, Bob.
It's there's not a lot of time goes by when AB's name doesn't get mentioned. I think we mentioned it a couple times tonight, as a matter of fact.
Pickens is entering his AB arc. Let's go, baby.
Business is booming.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, hey, good stuff. Steeler Nation, thanks for tuning in, guys. DJ, Bob, Larry, good to see you again. Also, I saw Bob's in there early, too. Robert, thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Shout out to Chris, Bubba, and those guys, too. We miss you. What happened to our Amish guy, man? Jebediah.
I haven't seen him in forever. Ever since I joined the show, he's been gone, I think.
I haven't seen him. What'd you do, man? You pissed him off. Too many Amish.
I don't know what
Too
happened.
many Amish jokes. Anyhow, guys, thanks. Let's go Steelers. Have a great week, man. No big news here, but hey, Steelers, the draft.
Well, actually, we did have some big news. George.
Yeah. Well, that's good riddance. Good riddance.
Good riddance.
We just keep flushing out the old, and let's bring in some new. So we'll see. We'll have more for you next week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Producer, good to be back with you, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good night, and careful in the hot tub.
That's what I always say. Careful in the hot tub. We'll see you next time. We out of here. Fired up.
Yep. It's
Boom.
loading. Why is it? I don't know why it's lagging. But it'll show up in 1 second. What?
It did.
Check back next week into the Steelers realm.